Hi guys, no idea what to do for an intro here, but here's my Speeddraw video for everything I made for ArtFight. Links to the creators' profiles of the OCs and the pinned comic, because I don't think it'll fit in the description.
Godzilla was hopping around Tokyo City like a big playground, when suddenly Batman burst from the shade and hit Godzilla with a bat grenade. Godzilla got pissed and began to attack, but didn't expect to be blocked by Shaq, who proceeded to open up a can of Shaq Fu when Aaron Carter came out of the blue and he started beating up Shaquille O'Neal. Then they both got flattened by the Batmobile, but before he could make it back to the Batcave, Abraham Lincoln popped out of his grave and took an AK-47 out from under his hat and blew Batman away with a rat-a-tat-tat. But he ran out of bullets and he ran away, because Optimus Prime came to save the day. This is the ultimate showdown of ultimate destiny. Good guys, bad guys, and explosions as far as the eye can see, and only one will survive. I wonder who it will be. This is the ultimate showdown of ultimate destiny. Godzilla took a bite out of Optimus Prime like Scruff McGruff took a bite out of crime, and then Shaq came back covered in a tire track, but Jackie Chan jumped out and landed on his back, and Batman was injured and trying to get steady when Abraham Lincoln came back with a machete, but suddenly something caught his leg and he tripped. Indiana Jones took him out with his whip, then he saw Godzilla sneaking up from behind and he reached for his gun, which he just couldn't find, cause Batman stole it and he shot and he missed, and Jackie Chan deflected it with his fist. Then he jumped in the air and he did a somersault while Abraham Lincoln tried to pole vault onto Optimus Prime, but they collided in the air. Then they both got hit by a Care Bear stare. This is the ultimate showdown of ultimate destiny. Good guys, bad guys, and explosions as far as the eye can see, and only one will survive. I wonder who it will be. This is the ultimate showdown. Angels sang out in an immaculate chorus. Down from the heavens descended Chuck Norris, who delivered a kick which could shatter bones into the crotch of Indiana Jones, who fell over on the ground, writhing in pain, as Batman changed back into Bruce Wayne. But Chuck saw through his clever disguise, and he crushed Batman's head in between his thighs. Then Gandalf the Grey and Gandalf the White and Monty Python and the Holy Grail's Black Knight and Benito Mussolini and the Blue Meanie and Cowboy Curtis and John B. the Genie, Robocop the Terminator, Captain Kirk and Darth Vader, Lopan, Superman, every single Power Ranger, Bill S. Preston and Theodore Logan, Spock, the Rock, Doc Ock and Hulk Hogan all came out of nowhere lightning fast, and they kicked Chuck Norris in his cowboy ass. It was the bloodiest battle that the world ever saw, with civilians looking on a total loss. The fight raged on for a century, many lives were claimed, but eventually the champion stood. The rest saw their better, Mr. Rogers in a bloodstained sweater. This is the ultimate showdown of ultimate destiny. Good guys, bad guys, and explosions as far as the eye can see, and only one will survive. I wonder who it will be. This is the ultimate showdown. This is the ultimate showdown. This is the ultimate showdown of ultimate destiny.
的じゃんけパパラッチに振りよるもんけみったいねえからともがいつに浸るためあまれたものでしょ出るから誰だっけ少し褒められ慣れたよ誘惑先に名乗りさえすりゃもう全てオリジナルなんでしょバンバンザイパーツにくけらけさまでにくいパイオニアもどきのカウントしようやっぱをにしようにした最後にしようやろうもう我が物よ愛するさするさ出ておいて愛ふしたイメージをしつけないでそう願ってむつらかして手として幸福にぼれたと僕らして愛希望してまた偽りの名詞でこれをもう嫌だって愛さないでよしこの夜中しからけ出したい相当防犯犯の失敗ともう半々な傲慢を薄いでフットにたっぷりと塗る眉につけこんなのに溶けこんなとカッキーカッキーカッキーだらけのお祭り騒ぎさただ私の目には後悔がティーパーティーしてる風にしか見えない興奮でいる発音並みの警戒心なのでどっかの誰か後ろにやつが決めた性能タイムさささじい加減だってばよ許するけれどダメだってさ言われてんのにまたまた熱した鉄板にフレンドし目が覚めない時の言い訳布団かじられてくると言葉を吐けば吐くほどサボなほんとあけすけになったのよいてて起きてて3000万も来世に持ち越して疑って暗くたばね回収される進撃に取り組んでやってもたまってうんちみたく広く輝いてもうなくね愛さないね進行に記載しなきゃいけないの君誰だっけ少し気にされなるという誘惑後に名乗りでもするもう全て観察なんでしょうもうなんてがめる貴様だけどバイオニアもどきのハンコ
Don't take the following words as reverence for tradition. I've learned to pick my battles by losing most I've fought. The more morals subverted, the more I sense I'm missing. and I'll always do it my way, even if that's just the same way I was taught. I'll bring home the bread, and you'll stay home and bake it. Weeding out the garden where the milestones gather moss. Crack a smile at my vows and whisper, wow, can you believe we really made it? As I give up on dodging rice and fold my cape, I say obviously not. But I wanna be just like my parents before I was born. Oh, can we be just like my parents? I know you don't want kids, but think about a daughter. We could name her Gwendolyn, like Mom would have called me. I'm not sure yet myself, but I learned from a good father. Yeah, I mean, sure they messed me up, but I think that's just the gift. And maybe it's just some hormones that kick in your late 20s. But I have laid a lot of women, and now I'd like to just lay down. And marriage always scared me, but I'd like to have a last long. And love can last a pretty good long while. I've seen it around. Oh, can we be just like my parents when I was young? Why can't we be just like my parents? Tongue out of my cheek now, I'm done pulling faces, iconoclasm wanes, my cynicism tires. But what do I know about forever, when so far I've been so fleeting? Babe, my frontal lobe's done growing, this might just be how I'm wired. But now we're kissing before brushing, smile with our whole faces. If you want a hyphen last name, I guess I don't mind the cadence. I've seen home videos, I was there back in the 80s. And if I'm just them and they back then could do it, why can't I? Just like my parents in due time. Imagine me just like my parents. Yeah, right. 'Cause I've made more mistakes than simple empty moments. Whoa. Will you talk to my headstone? That is assuming that I die first, which is fair, and assuming I don't leave close enough to forever, I guess, to prove what I hope. I mean, otherwise, how am I to believe?
I'm I start to smile. If I catch fire, then I'll change my aim. Throw my troubles at the world again. All my troubles on a burning pile, all lit up and I start to smile. If I catch fire, then I'll take my turn to burn and burn and burn.
Trapped inside a monster, living in a dead eternity, animated with a haunting, wanting dread to meet a spirit just like me. You're so eerily alluring, singing a bobo melody, and demanding to go down this dancing devil. Will it last? I guess we'll have to wait and see. I think you're relating a serenade so amazing, you got me grading with outrageous adoration. I can feel the shifting, surely something new emerging. I want your love. I want enough. I want to be part of you. Pardon me for such a silly sight to sentimental shame. As you can see, I have no use at all for love, romance, or pain. Won't you come with me? You'll never need to choose between your life or luxury. I'll make it so you never need. I might be a roving maniac, and expecting nothing more. Just hold on and keep your hands inside your wine. It's worth your patience. I want your love. I want enough. I want to be part of you.
our purpose? Why were you put on earth? You could be lost, but you belong to the world. We're now living in a seminal age. The walls are being broken and we're ready for change. Ancient dreams in a modern land. I'm trying to get back as fast I can. Back to a time before I had fun. Back to a time before I was born. You don't have to be like everybody else. You don't have to fit into the norm. You are not here to conform. I am here to take a look inside myself. Recognize that I could be the eye of the storm. I am not my body, not my mind, not my brain. Not my thoughts and feelings, I am not my DNA. I am the observer, I'm a witness of life. I live in the space between the stars and the sky. From the heart of Malaysia to the dark Himalayas. From the day we're born, you are not here to conform. You don't have to be like everybody else. You don't have to fit into the norm. You are not here to conform. I am here to take a look inside myself. Recognize that I could be the eye of the storm. I am not my body, not my mind, not my brain. Not my thoughts and feelings, I am not my DNA. I am the observer, I'm a witness of life. I live in the space between the stars and the sky.
Welcome to Marvin's Marvelous Mechanical Museum, known from coast to coast like butter and toast. From headlines to bedlines, from schoolroom to pool room. No other place in the contiguous United States or other environs of the world. Welcome.
Can I get a tea? And if you hit me with the ALLY, then you'd see why the hall is here for y'all. Well, the mini mall is calling us all in. So kids, pack up your mom's car, back up the Windstar, kick it in drive, and arrive at the Mega Mart. Slide the side hatch with pride, cause your ties match on booty duty like your name was Eddie Thatch. WWTHD, we like to kick it at the university, but all work and no play makes us crazy. So we jump in the bumpin' SUV. Hit the street, get the sweet tunes on one. Do a donut on your mama's fun love one. And sooner than you know it, on the rock and roll show at the Tizzy Hizzy, we'll be gone.
We're in the mini mall, working the carnival. We like to play it all. Welcome to Tally Hall.
Who's to blame?
The automated players I proclaim. Yellow tie, the suave fellow writes heterophonic tunes of how love bites. Rat the proud loud guy we adore. Is my amp too high? No, turn it up more. So great in the back sipping yak in here. He's knocking down the shots like Bill Lambier. Send home the locksmith. Queen's got keys to unlock the rock in the act. If you please now open the case. Give Lou the bass and jiggle your badoo all over the place.
We're in the mini mall, working the carnival. We like to play it all. Welcome to Tally Hall. We're in the mini mall, working the carnival. We like to play it all. Welcome to Tally Hall.
Can I get a click? Flick off the switch and we'll ignite the night in pitch.
Sing songs you like to hear, and the world will disappear. Then we'll be glowing in the dark, lighting up the park.
Revealing that the hall is the place that aims to please with unpredictable games and antiquities. The collectible, so delectable. The unreliable styles undetectable.
Like I might rap like an English chap. Take it by the nickels and I'll bum your slap. You didn't think we had the goal? Well, bloody welcome to Tally Hall. We're stereosonic, we're animatronic. We're rocking with the global electronic ebonics. A quick distraction, a mechanic attraction. Got a penny in your pocket for the slot. Hey ho, don't you know it's a good old-fashioned puppet show. That's right, quite the set. We're the Marionette Quintet. We think we're playing in a band. We love to give you all a hand. Woo!
to elevate the man. They're gonna propagate the killer, eliminate the youth. They're gonna blind date everyone until you love them too. They're gonna blind date everyone until you love them too. They're gonna blind date everyone until you love them too. They're gonna blind date everyone until you love them. This is the way that it is. This is the way that it always will be. Something you love turns to something you miss. Something you say turns to something you need. This is the way that I know. This is the way and it makes me sick. I feel it inside me like a pulse. It's starting to swell in the meter ditch. Digital style, digital hate, digital guide, digital pain, digital violence, digital world, digital boy meets digital girl, digital silence, digital yell, digital heaven, digital hell, digital start, digital end, digital birth, digital death. This is the answer to the question. This is the sound of the truth. This is the answer to the question. There is nothing you can do. This is the way that it is. This is the way that it always will be. Something you love turns to something you miss. Something you say turns to something you need. This is the way that I know. This is the way and it makes me sick. I feel it inside me like a pulse. It's starting to swell in the meter ditch. Oh.
Your city like a playground when told me that man rose from the shade. Kick Godzilla with the back of the head. Godzilla got pissed in piano tag. Didn't expect to fuck my shag. You seem too good to make a damn shag fool. But I know you got hard to get out of the fool. Started beating up, shook, kill, and heal. And they both got fun, but I had no deal. But before we can make it back to the back cave, Abraham Lincoln popped out of his grave. You think you bought down at the murder's head. Looped on, run away with a rat-tat-tat. Bullets and he rode away. This is the ultimate showdown, ultimate destiny. You could got the guys and explosions, as far as the eye can see, and only one will survive. I wonder who it will be. This is the ultimate showdown, ultimate destiny. Godzilla took a bite out of Optimus Prime, like Scruff McGruff took a bite out of crime, and then Jack came back covered in a tire track, but Chicken Chan jumped and he landed on his butt. That man was really back and steady, while Abraham Lincoln grabbed the machete, but suddenly something got his leg, and he jumped in, Indiana Jones took him out his web. And he saw Godzilla sneaking up from behind, and he reached for his gun, which he just couldn't find, cause Batman stalled and he shot and he missed, and Jackie Chan plugged it out with his hand. Jumped in the air and did a somersault, and Abraham Lincoln tried to bubble. There was Optimus Prime, but they collided in the air, and they both got hit by chemistry. This is the ultimate showdown, ultimate destiny. Got the guys and explosions, as far as the eye can see, and only one will survive. I wonder who it will be. This is the ultimate showdown. Angels sing out in immaculate chorus, down from the heavens, descend your voice, deliver the kick which could shatter bones into the crotch of Indiana Jones. You fell over on the ground, writhing in pain, as Batman changed back into Bruce Wayne. But Chuck blew his clever skies, and he crushed Batman's head in between his thighs. Then get off the gray and get off the white, and Monty Python and the Holy Grail's Black Knight, and Benito Mussolini, and the Blue Meanie, and Cowboy Curtis and Jarby the Genie. day the champion stood, the rest saw the better.
Mr. Rogers in a bloodstained sweater.
This is the ultimate showdown. Ultimate destiny. Cosmic guys and explosions. Stars the eye can't see, and only one will survive. I won't know who it will be. This is the ultimate showdown. This is the ultimate showdown. This is the ultimate showdown.
Destiny.
What can only be found now? It can only be found now. Did you find it? Do you see it? It can only be found now. As if staring at a gravesite, till I become a gravesite. Would it make me a still life? As if I knew what I knew, but I don't, so I do what I do, so I go with the flow till I'm blue. As if the notion to know shit would save no one from nothing. As if I make space save for placelessness and be pasted into my peaceful bliss. As if I'm displaced in this place. Is it this